Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for this video today because it's been highly requested among my subscribers and also my students as well of like how to survive the winter time as a singer. So I'm going to be giving you 6 essentials that you need for your voice in the winter time so that it doesn't dry out, so that it doesn't break as much or crack. It was such a struggle for me as a singer, especially living in New York City, one of the driest places ever in the wintertime because the heat is cranking, even outside, my skin is dry, everything is just on the struggle bus during the wintertime. So I needed to find ways to make the winter a little bit easier. I'm a singer, I'm a performer, like my voice cannot just give out one day. It doesn't work like that. I need to work and I need to perform. So I needed to find essentials that would help carry me through the winter time without literally losing my voice or going through some changes during the season. This kind of keeps everything nice and steady and reliable. So I'm really excited to get into it. So let's get started with the first essential that I use. This is probably the most important. That's why I started with this one, is my humidifier. I love my humidifier so much. I actually just got a bigger one, but something like this size is perfect. And what you're gonna do is just put it right next to your bed and you're gonna sleep next to it. So this is one of my favorites because it's literally 8 hours of moisture and humidity. It's not just like a quick steaming session. You get, a full night's sleep of humidity, which is so important for your, not only your vocal cords, but also just for your overall health. If there's too much dryness in the air, then your body starts producing mucus and then different illnesses start getting in there, and it's not as protected as when there's humidity in the air. So this prevents you from getting sick, which also obviously helps keep your voice healthy as well. So one of my favorites, definitely get yourself a humidifier. If you're a singer, this is one of the first things that I tell my students to get. If you don't have this, get it right now. I'm going to link everything down below in the description, so you can either buy it from me or just from anywhere. I don't care, just as long as you are getting moisture on your vocal cords. And the second object that I use to help me get through the winter time as a singer is a nebulizer. So nebulizers are really great to use before you sing. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a saline solution in it. So it's kind of like a salty solution here, and it's going to create some steam. And you could either inhale it like this. Some of them have different attachments to it, but it is called a nebulizer. So this is important to do before singing. So we don't want to steam. Steaming is different. Steaming you put over your face and it's kind of like warmer, and it's just like pure water that you put into the steamer. So that is not what we're going to do before we're singing. We're going to use the nebulizer before we sing. And this is really good for any time of the year. I mean, honestly, all of these essentials are good for any time of the year, especially like in the summer when there's air conditioning running, and you could also, get dry during that season. But nebulizers are really important because it just creates this like coating over your voice. So anything where you're inhaling it is really good. Like teas and stuff are fine, but they don't actually get to the vocal cords. We want something like this that we can actually inhale and it will feel like a nice coating over your vocal cords. So if you ever feel like just your voice is rough or it feels very exposed at the moment, then nebulizing is a really great way to go, even before any audition or performance or lesson that you have. Number 3 is gonna be steaming. So I talked about it before. I don't have a steamer on me, but the Puramists are the best because they're portable. You can just put it right over your face like this. It kind of looks like a mask. I mean, it is a mask. And you put it over your face and it's kind of like a warm, it's like warm water that goes through. And this is great to use after you sing. Nebulizer before, steamer after. Okay, that's important because what the steamer does is it relaxes your vocal cords. Like it just goes, like anytime you're sick or after a performance, it just kind of allows them to breathe a little bit. So highly recommend that. And yeah, making sure to use that direct steam on you. And you could do this for, maybe a few minutes each day, especially in the winter time after you sing. Awesome. And the 4th object that I use, or I guess this is just like a regular everyday thing, is water. Water is so important. Drink water. drink water. If you need to put like electrolytes in your drink too, then I would recommend doing that as well. But just drink a lot of water, like however much is recommended for your body or what you can retain. Do that. Drink water. It is so important for your vocal cords. I know that, you know, it's kind of obvious, but I figured that I had to put it on here because sometimes we're like, I'm doing all the things and I'm nebulizing and I'm steaming and I'm, you know, I have my humidifier, but it's like you're just not drinking water throughout the day. So yeah, take a look at how much water you're consuming. This will prevent illnesses. It'll also just help moisturize your vocal cords. Number 5 we're up to is Grethers Grethers Pastilles. This comes in a little container, and basically it's kind of like a cough drop, but it definitely is better specifically for your voice because it doesn't numb it. We don't want cough drops to use on the regular basis because that kind of numbs your vocal cords, and that's dangerous for when you're singing. We don't ever want to numb our cords before we're singing. It's kind of like numbing your body before a workout. It wouldn't know if you're pushing it too far. So that's why we don't want any, like, I don't really recommend like Fisherman's Friends or any of the big like cough drop brands before singing. Anything that feels like minty and it feels like menthol-y, numbing, we don't want that. So Grethers Pastilles is good to just, you know, really lubricate your vocal cords, and it's recommended by a lot of voice teachers. I recommend it too. It's just something to keep in your pouch like before singing. It just gives a nice like feeling of lubrication over your vocal cords without numbing it. And that is also to say that if your voice isn't feeling 100%, you're not feeling 100%, don't take a painkiller before singing. That is really important too. We don't ever want to numb our vocal cords. Same goes for painkillers, Tylenol, Advil. Don't take those if your voice isn't feeling 100%. Obviously, if you're sick and if you're not singing, please do what you have to do for your body. But before singing, it is a no-no. So now we are getting to number 6, which is one of my favorites, and this is kind of a little bit more unconventional, but I like drinking bone broth. I know it's not for everyone. It is one of the best ways to hydrate because there's salt in it, which is really good. And also it doesn't have as much like sugar, or it doesn't have any sugar actually, like electrolytes do, which sometimes that can dry out your voice, even though you are getting those electrolytes. So we need to, we could just use plain bone broth that you could put in a mug. I like to just drink it in the morning or like before I go to bed. Or you could also make a bone broth hot chocolate. I know people get really creative like on TikTok and stuff. I just drink it straight up. Maybe I'm weird like that, but I found that it's one of the best ways to hydrate. Also because if you think about it, like when you get sick normally, what's the first thing that you do is you have soup, right? So soup just has and broth, and bone broth specifically, has so many minerals and vitamins, and it has salt in it, and it also has hydration in it. So you're not just gonna like drink a bunch of fluids and it's gonna go right through you. It's like it's a lot of vitamins that are essential for hydration and also for your voice. Like starting my day with it, I always feel like $1,000,000, and it just makes my voice also feel super lubricated as well when I'm going to sing. So those are the 6 essentials that I recommend if you're going through winter right now, or you live in a really, really dry place naturally, like especially if you live in the mountains or any region with high elevation, or if it just is generally cold, or you use a lot of heat or air conditioning during the day. These are all great essentials to incorporate into your routine. And I really hope that this video helped you, and please give me a like or subscribe in the bottom. I also teach a group beginner class, so that's also going to be linked below. It's kind of like a subscription. It's been so much fun. If you're a beginner who's like never taken lessons before and are looking for some kind of training but you don't want or can afford one-on-one lessons, then that is a great option for you. We have such a good community. I think we have over like 100 singers now in the group, so it's an awesome group of people. And number 2 is I also still offer one-on-one lessons. My one-on-one schedule is filling up at this point, so please give that a click as well. I would love to work with you one-on-one, and of course stay tuned for the next video. Happy singing!